Dad was in a threshing run. We lived southwest of Spring Grove, and they used a steam engine for power. And I remember all the teams, they had to haul the bundles, and you had to have somebody haul water for the steam engine. And then there was a bagger, and those that hauled the grain. And of course, we kids were really excited about this at that age. And of course, we helped our mother a little bit, and it was a lot of work for the women, because we had to give them forenoon lunch, which usually was sandwiches and maybe donuts or cookies. And then at noon you had a big meal of potatoes and meat and gravy and vegetables and a dessert, mostly pie. And then we had to give them afternoon lunch again. So and that was sandwiches and cookies, or sometimes cake with it. And my dad used to be in a threshing run with Ted Crochers and the Huseboms and Peter Hoyland and the Fosses. So that was quite an excitement when you were that age. And then later on, of course, they were threshing with the tractors. But we sure kind of fun to think back on those years.
We never thought of the hillside being a natural amphitheater or any of that stuff. We just knew we'd put a stage in the barn and people would sit in there, and that was our plan. And it was full of hay. Ed Myra had hay in it, and he agreed to get the hay out, and the Black Hammer 4-H kids came and cleaned all the dust and junk. It was just a terrible job, but got it all cleaned out. There was kind of weeds on the hillside. I spent most of my time mowing the pasture so that we could park cars up there and so forth. And we had seating inside 3 sides of that little bitty stage that was really small. And we went down to the football field and got the bleachers, and we set those out in front and some chairs, and that was our seating. And the first play was Annie, Get Your Gun, and
it's the 1980s and into the 1960s. Most of the 1940s, Pastor Oscar Ingebrigtsen was the pastor here, and he left toward the end, the last 2 years of that time frame. He was replaced by Pastor Rolf Hansen. I was a Sunday school teacher, and since this time was before, Trinity Center wasn't built until about 10 years later, so all of the Sunday school classes had to be held in the church.
Another thing is with hospital workers, they have to get there in all kinds of weather, no matter what. And it's pretty tough. And I had experiences when the weather was really bad. Well, can you take me in? Well, maybe. And it was 30 below weather at times. And I'd get up there, and coming home, I'd meet people that occasionally they were coming in for coffee. What on earth do you have to be on these roads in this kind of weather for coffee?